Hello dear viewers, all of you who follow BKC Online. Today we're going to talk about something practical. Job application letters or emails, sometimes referred to as cover letters. Now, people usually pay close attention to sorting out their CVs, and that's all fine. But the first thing that gets into the hands of your potential employers or people from a human resources department is this: your application letter, your cover letter. Now, first, let's start with the form. It can be in the form of an email or in the form of a letter. Now, notice the difference. If it's an email, then obviously you don't need references to your address, to your telephone number and your email, because that's something that recipient already has. He can see your email. So you can start writing straight away. Whereas, if it's in the form of a letter, you should start like this. So, upper right corner, your personal info, name, address, contact details, and over here, on the left-hand side, the info of the company, their address, and the person or department you're addressing to. Now, next difference. If you know the name of the person you're writing to, you should start with the name, like this one, Dear Mr. Gilhuli, and end with yours sincerely. There are other options, however, this is the one that's widely accepted and you can't go wrong with this one. On the other hand, if you don't know the name, you should start with Dear Sir or Madam and end with yours faithfully. So once again, Dear Mr. Gilhuli, I know the name, yours sincerely, John Donaldson. Dear Sir or Madam, yours faithfully, John Donaldson. So, emails, letters, upper corner, upper right corner, your details, your info. Now, next difference is in this. Most textbooks, most people focus their attention on this kind of job application letters, where you actually respond to an advert. So, this is what you state in the first paragraph. Dear Mr. So-and-so, I'm writing to apply for the computer programming position advertised in the Times. As requested, I'm enclosing my CV. So this person actually responds to an advert. But look over here. Dear Sir or Madam, is your company looking for a computer programmer who has successfully developed live use applications, strives for continued excellence, has experience in learning and excelling at new technologies as needed? So what's the difference? What is this person doing? This company didn't advertise in the Times. This company didn't advertise anywhere. This person wants to work for this company and he doesn't wait for an advert. He wants to present himself as soon as possible. So you see, today you can choose. You can either wait for them to call you, or you can take one step closer and present yourself to them, to the people you want to work for. This form we call solicited, as it responds to an advert. This one is unsolicited, which means that there was no prompt from the company. You're presenting yourself. Now, personally, I have great faith in this form, the unsolicited form. So, for example, I'm a teacher. So, I want to find work in a language school. I write a letter like this and send it to a number of language schools where I present myself in this form. Very polite, clearly visible, Which brings us to the next thing that we need to remember. The letter needs to follow certain rules regarding organization and layout. Clearly visible, clearly paragraphed. You see, here are the paragraphs. Here. The most important info is most visible at the same time. Now, let's look at this. 3 points. Has successfully developed live use applications. Past, my experience. Strives for continued excellence. This is what I do now. I improve myself. I take courses. They can see all of that from your CV. Has experience in learning and excelling at new technologies. Something about my future plans or professional development. So past, present, future. And then the next thing, which is the same now in both of these letters, you refer to your CV. You can observe from my enclosed CV that I meet all of these qualifications and more. I would like you to visit my homepage. Okay, this is specific to the area in question. But you refer to your CV, and then also I could accept a job of a different profile if the needs of your company demand it. This is your choice. But I think that it's a really nice touch to leave some space for, negotiations, to show flexibility at the very beginning. So if you show flexibility at the very beginning, people will say, okay, he's a real team player, he's not someone who's very, strong-minded, opinionated. Anyway, it's someone we can work with, someone who can adapt. Remember, never to forget to say this. Thank you for taking the time to review my CV. Most important thing. Of course, I look forward to hearing from you soon. That goes without saying. Now, what are the differences between these two forms and those that you can see in the majority of textbooks? This section. The section where you use bullet points to make your main personal and professional, remember, personal and professional qualifications clearly visible. Secondly, so far I haven't seen in any of the textbooks that unsolicited letters of applications are referred to. People usually wait for someone to post something, to advertise something, the newspapers, online, whatever. But why wait? Why wait? Dear sir or madam, is your company looking for a person who has this kind of experience, who strives for continued excellence, investing in his own personal and professional development, has experience in learning and excelling? So, I believe that you, dear viewers, all of you who follow us online, should consider next time that you sit down and write an application letter, that you don't need to go, around looking for adverts. You can present yourself. Also, another thing, don't forget to use, now this is about grammar, don't forget to use modal verbs. It's a polite way of saying what you want to say. I think I may be of assistance. You don't say, I will be of assistance. That's too strong. I think I may be of assistance. You need to be modest a little bit. You can observe from my enclosed CV that I meet all of these qualifications and more. I would like you to visit my homepage, see demo samples. I could accept a job of different profile, but I think I might be more valuable to your company as, in this case, an application programmer. So, I could, I might, I would. And this one, I should be free for an interview at your convenience. So, let's conclude this little video session with focusing on the most important things. So, we know the name, we go with yours sincerely. We don't know the name, we go with dear sir or madam, and yours faithfully. If it's an email, your details are clearly visible. Clearly visible. You're sending an email, recipient is it's all written, of course, above in the frame. Whereas, if you're sending a letter, you need to put your personal info and contact details here in the top right corner, and then their details. Secondly, point out your strongest sides, experience, professional development, everything, so that it's clearly visible, and that comes first. Remember, first impression is the most important one. You do it here as well. You don't have to wait for someone to advertise. You can present yourself with these fine words. Dear sir or madam, is your company looking for a person who knows all these things? This kind of person? This kind of employee? And never, ever forget to say, I should be free for an interview at your convenience, or if you want to specify time, you can, if you already work somewhere. And never ever forget to mention, thank you for taking the time to review my CV. And then, with good CV and a good cover letter, job application letter, you're halfway there. Thank you for watching.